No, I'm messing. I want to make this video for a little while, but I did want to wait until I ran the EPS for maybe, I think it's probably been 3 months now, maybe going on to 4. So yeah, basically I just wanted to test out the EPS for a little while. So real quick, in this video, what I wanted to do, I wanted to compare it to another car. So I'm in my girl's car. It's a RAV4 2019. And actually, it's a good car to compare it to because it's got electric power steering. I think I opened the wrong thing. Yeah, I did. How do you open this? Right here. Hold this with my head. I don't know. This one's a lot different. I'll show you guys a little bit. Let's actually turn this car on and see what electric power steering, you know, from like 2019 or just a normal car with electric power steering, like how it behaves. So I'm gonna put it in position 2. Still no power steering. So let's turn the car on. All right. So instantly, we get power steering. Let's do it again. Turn it off. I want to see how fast we get power steering. So I'm gonna turn it on. As soon as I turn it on, I'm gonna try and turn the steering wheel. All right. So almost instantly, there's like no delay. There isn't any of that. I could turn it with one finger, right? Let's try with my pinky. Same thing. Whatever. I know this video is kind of corny, but a lot of people ask me like, yo, how does it feel? Like, is it worth it? Whatever. And the people asking me are mostly people like cleaning up their engine bay, or it's like performance wise, or because their rack is just leaking everywhere all the time, or they just fixed it and they're tired of just fixing it, so they just want to switch over to EPS. There's people out there that do want to make the change for that reason. So whatever the reason is, people are asking me, so that's why I'm making this video. So there isn't much to show you guys. It's a 2019. It's gonna work flawless. All right, so again, there's my lighting. Tight fit in here too. Let's go over what you guys are gonna need. But this one came out of a Civic. It's a EP3, right? So you're gonna need the whole rack. These mounts right here, there's this one, and then there's this mount over here on that side. They both look like that. Now I gotta clean mine up. I should have painted this black like my other rack, but I didn't, so I might go back and do that. Then you're gonna need these as well. This right here, it's like a little bracket that goes around the rack. Same thing over here. There's like another bracket right there that goes across. So those 4 things, and then you also need all the bolts. I believe you can probably use your RSX ones, but since you're already there, you're grabbing the rack, just grab everything. Everything that holds the rack together, just grab it. All these, everything that's electrical that goes to it, you're gonna need that. This gray plug right here, this plug right underneath. For the inner tie rods, you're all set. You could use the EP3 ones or swap them out, whatever, use your RSX ones. But the outer tie rods, you're gonna have to swap them for an RSX outer tie rods. So whatever's on your car, just take those off, throw it on this rack. So you should be all set. So once you bring your harness inside, I'm not gonna explain the wiring part because I already made a 2-part series on how to do that. If you guys need like help trying to like wire this thing or whatever, just head over to my video. I'm gonna leave the links down below, part 1 and part 2, and you guys can just wire it up. So as far as like wiring goes, just follow that video. You guys should be all set. I'm gonna show you guys where I put the brain box, which you're gonna have to find a spot. People put it, you know, underneath the dash, passenger side. So there it is. All I did was make sure that this thing can't move around or wobble around. So I used like 6 zip ties, good enough for me. That cover goes back on, easy. Then you're gonna run those 3 wires that I showed you in that other video that you guys are gonna have to watch, and then tap into the ECU. It's just 3 wires. And again, guys, you don't need a DAKOTA box. I removed that thing and I'm good. I've had no issues. Now I'm saying you don't need that, but I'm talking for the people that have K-tuner. That's my setup. I'm talking about my setup that I have. I've seen it work for people that have K-Pro, so I don't think they're gonna have an issue. But people that don't have K-tuner or K-Pro, I don't know if it's gonna work for you guys, so I can't really say anything on that. So real quick, I'm gonna tell you guys my exact setup. I have an O2 EP3 rack, and then I have K-tuner, that's what I have, and then I have a 0506 RSX. That's my complete setup. So if you guys have anything a little different, you know, I can't really speak on that. I could just tell you what I have and what worked for me. So yeah, let's turn this car on. I still haven't wired this up. Still got to do that. Let's do the same thing. Let's turn on the car. Position 2. Nothing. Just like the Toyota. Let's turn this car on. Alright, so that seems really hard to turn, and it took about, now it works. So it took about maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds to work. Let's do it again. Now this is live, guys. I'm not gonna edit this, so just so you guys can see. So let's put the key in. Let's turn this, turn it on. Nothing, 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 nothing. Now we got it. So it took about maybe 5 seconds. Let's do it one more time. So I know people are gonna ask me like, oh, he's lying. He's editing. Magic. All right, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3. All right, so about 3 seconds to 4 seconds. That's how long it takes for this to actually start working. Now, again, I don't have an EP3 to test this on to see if it does it on that. But as far as my car goes, it takes about 4, let's say 4 seconds for the rack to start like working and stuff. All right, so this is a shift knob that I got. So let me show you guys real quick what was happening. So this right here wasn't long enough, and I told you guys on the last vlog, wasn't long enough to reach the top of this. So like it was just falling down, and it doesn't go far enough down for me to spin it on. So what I did, I went and got this online. This is 3-inch extension, and it's gonna be good enough for it to fit in here, right? So now after that goes all the way to the top, I got about 1 inch on the bottom to play with. So let's install this. So I spun it on the knob, and then this just spins on here, just like that. Now I still have to play around with the shift boot. I have to like get a zip tie and like tie it from underneath. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I really like it. Feels good. So we got this up to temp. You guys can see 3 bars, and then we filled up the tank last vlog. So we were testing that and make sure that everything works, but everything's checking out. So far so good. Let's cross our fingers here. And there's a horn that still works, and yeah, it's still working, still in here. Turning with 1 finger, my pinky. Now I will say it's a little harder to turn than the RAV4. I will say it's a little harder to turn. It's not as easy, but it could be because I'm parked, and yeah. But then again, that one's a 2019 brand new car. Of course, it's probably gonna feel a lot better. All right, so I'm trying to get you guys the best view I could possibly give you guys. So I shut the car off. Let's do this one more time. Put the key in. Nothing, 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 nothing. There it goes. Let's go for a drive. This e-brake, the Type R one, feels really good. It feels awesome. Look, I could turn it. Let's try it again. It's a little harder to turn. I want to say the steering wheel is a little smaller than stock. I don't know what stock, you know, the size of a stock steering wheel is, but I want to believe this one's a little smaller. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys kind of just watch me drive, I guess. It's not much I can really show you. So that's kind of how my steering wheel's sitting right now. I still gotta adjust the hub and stuff. It's just laziness, I guess. I probably should have just did that real quick, but whatever, I'll get around to it. So again, this is for the people asking me like how the EPS is doing and all that. So we'll go around a couple of turns, and just so you guys can see how I'm driving it. I mean, it's no different than me driving any other car, honestly. Let's turn in here. Show you guys maybe park or something. Let's see. So let's park right here. I'm still doing it all one hand. Reversing. feels good going around all these corners. Like, and I drove not having power steering for like a full year, and I can tell you that I can feel the difference, like right away, going around corners, parking, like I can feel it, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a huge difference between not having power steering and having it. Now, if I had to compare it to having like the stock rack, like nothing's gonna beat the stock rack. I'm sorry, but like nothing's gonna feel like OEM, what belongs on the car, you know? It was designed for that. So if you're trying to find something that's gonna be better than the stock rack, this ain't it. I mean, I have no complaints. It's better than not having anything, and yeah. It's really hard to find a good angle with this, the tripod and stuff. Hard. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap this video up. This will probably be my last EPS video ever. Maybe I might make one for like a 1 year or something. I don't know, we'll see. For those of you probably watching this video, you're probably thinking about getting EPS, or you already did it. This video might live on for a long time. This is probably why I made this video. I know people in the future that either buy an RSX or that are eventually gonna be doing this type of mod are eventually gonna need a review like this. So my final opinion on this EPS electric power steering is that it's all preference, you know. I would say if you're gonna be tracking your car like I don't know, time attack or something like that, I would keep the stock rack, and I would just keep it how it is and fix it if it's broken or whatever. I would stick to that because it's reliable, and if it works, then why change it, you know? If it's something that's really giving you issues and you don't really do time attack, then I would go ahead and put the EP3 rack in. If you're cleaning up the engine bay, kind of what I was doing, and also I was planning ahead for like future stuff that I wanted to do to the car as far as like performance and stuff, I went ahead and did it. It's just a win-win, and I just get it over with, and I don't have to like do it in the future. And if I were to do it all over again, I would probably go ahead and do the EP3 rack right off the bat, just get it out the way, and not do the AC and power steering delete, because that was just a pain. I wasn't really enjoying the car, which is the reason I put this back in there, or I put this in there, and I actually got AC back in the car. It wasn't really worth getting rid of that either, and I got heat back in the car, which I deleted that as well. So take it from me, a person who's probably experienced a little bit of everything. No heat, no AC, no power steering. I put it all back in the car. So you know, and I did it in a different way. You know, I found a way to clean up the engine bay and still keep AC. I found a way to keep heat and clean up the engine bay. I found a way to still have power steering and do it in a clean way. It's really not that hard to do. You don't really need a lot of tools to do it, and I wouldn't say it costs a lot of money if you're able to find the whole rack at a yard like I was able to. I found it off somebody on, I think on Craigslist, and it was $100 for everything. So you could find it around. You just gotta take your time, be patient. So comparing it to the RAV4 2019 to this one, there is no comparison. The 2019 is by far a million times better, but this right here can solve a lot of people's problems not having power steering, and just you know, wanting something in their car that's gonna make up for not having power steering. You know, something that's gonna, you know, just make the ride a lot more comfortable. I wanted to give you guys a full review. So we did the parts video, you know, prepping, we did the install, we did the wiring, and now I gave you guys a full review on electric power steering for the RSX. I know a lot of people like to talk and give their opinions when they've never done it before. Like, you know, I just don't understand when I don't know, even on forums, people can just speak their, I know everybody has their opinion, but like, how can you give an opinion if you've never done it before? You know what I'm saying? If you've never done it, you can't really talk on it. So this is just me giving you guys a full review on EPS. You guys know what you need. You guys have the instructions now, and you guys have a full review. So this is it. It's installed. It works. And all I can say is that if this is something you guys want to do, you're more than capable of doing it. It's not that hard. Again, guys, subscribe if you want. You don't have to. I'm gonna sign off. Be safe, guys. I do the live stream still online. And yeah, let's enjoy our summer.